to Miss Jackie Summers. We're sorry to see Jackie go, but she's going into retirement, and she has done an amazing job.
Yeah, audio's up. I'm not getting any audio. There's no audio.
Great. We will get this fixed. Thank you for your patience. In this age of technology, this technology never ends.
I'm getting it. I'm ready. I got audio now.
Try again here.
They're adventurers, lifelong adventurers. They're very charitable. Somehow they always find time.
Hey, Mike.
They don't want recognition.
What happened? I don't know.
They just do.
I didn't do anything. I didn't change a thing. I didn't either.
Jeff and Cindy send a newsletter every Christmas, and it is just so fascinating with small print to read so many things that they have done over the year.
And we read that every year. It makes it seem like we're just so lazy because we don't do anywhere near the things that they do. I think they've made a project out of visiting as many national parks as they can.
I must have been about 8 years old. We took this cross-country road trip. It was Jeff's and my introduction to national parks. And so for Jeff, it was the beginning of a lifelong journey to learn about our country and experience nature. I'd say, can we please not go to one more visitor center? Anything else educational today? But it was important to my mom and Jeff that I learned about the places we were seeing. And that's something that's really rubbed off on me and inspired the way that I want to live my life with my kids.
I always feel that when we give back, we get more than we give. I think of the example of Jeff in the Cancer Center campaign for the York Cancer Center. It's a lot of work to be a campaign co-chair, and he spent a lot of time with a lot of different donors. But look at the kind of cancer care that we're able to offer in our community now with that Cancer Center. It's a completely different experience for patients.
When Bob Kinsley chaired a capital campaign for our council, Jeff chaired the family phase and was so successful in doing that, we raised his goal multiple times. It kind of became like a running joke with Jeff. It's like, we'll raise your goal again for you.
Jeff really is almost like a paternal figure within the office, and if you work with him long enough, his value system, you begin to internalize it without even being aware that that is happening, because he's that subtly influential. It's always fascinating to me when people are wondering, how can I be successful in a legal career? And I would say about 3 weeks in, it was apparent to me that just do what Jeff does.
Whenever Cindy speaks, everybody listens. She has so much perspective and commitment and engagement to the company, being that she was one of the early founders along with her brother.
I have known Cindy my entire life. We are more like family than friends. It seems the more adventurous, the more challenging, the more fun it is for Cindy. She's willing to jump in and try anything.
I was learning about the rainforest in 3rd grade, and I told my mom I wanted to go to the rainforest, so she arranged this trip where we went to Machu Picchu and went to a lodge in the Amazon, and an amazing trip where we're catching piranhas and spear fishing, and we loved it out there, so that's why we went back so many times.
I want to thank all of you for coming tonight to support Penmar, and thank also our family and friends that came tonight as well. Maybe a few of them because they had no choice. We are honored, happy, and surprised to be here. But tonight's not about Jeff and me, even though my mother thinks it is. Tonight is about Penmar. Penmar was started 44 years ago this year, founded by a group of 12 families teaming up to help their adult children who had intellectual and developmental disabilities. The organization provides unparalleled services to the IDD community, including job training, job placement with meaningful employment, alternative living units, and integration into their communities. Those assisted by Penmar's employment services are happier clocking in than clocking out, unlike many of us. These interventions are critical to the families supported, the entire families, not just the directly affected family members. For the clients, they gain a sense of purpose, accomplishment, friends, belonging, and confirmation of their humanity.
No idea why.
We might at first think that the families who utilize the services of Penmar are lucky to have available the array of services to assist with compassion those who need them. But in truth, we are all fortunate beyond words that Penmar is here for our towns and our communities and our friends and neighbors. So enjoy this wonderful evening put together with the hard work of Carrie, Jackie, Jen, and many others. Enjoy the socializing, the great food, the multiple wines, the silent and live auctions. Bid often and high. Embrace Penmar's mission and give generously to the fine work of this institution, which allows local adults with disabilities to live courageously. Thank you.
Done. Cindy was nervous about this at first, but I would say she nailed it. I'm glad you can all see how awesome it is. I would not be here, I would not have the kind of life that I've had without her, no doubt about that. We have each other's plans. Cindy and I are both so thankful for our wonderfully supportive, patient, forgiving, and quite entertaining family members who are here tonight. We have 4 generations with us tonight, and so many good friends. We're also grateful that the sound came back. And that it was great standing up here when it wasn't working in 70s. And also we're grateful to you and to Penmar, maybe myself especially. Lawyers are not usually in a spot like this. We mean well, most of us, but we're often categorized. We can even get in the room with the sharks and the snakes and the rascals. So thanks for letting us sit up. Some of the things we've been able to achieve have been unique and somewhat impactful, affecting life here and there maybe. We have helped establish some institutions which we hope will do good long after we're gone. We've perhaps guided and inspired some folks to be their best selves. But we've accomplished none of it by ourselves. There have always been others there to lend a hand, like those who stood with us when we were vigilant for 183 consecutive Sundays outside our county prison, who collected medical and dental supplies, clothes, reading glasses, and fish hooks for our trips to the river Angus and the upper Amazon, and who offered us encouragement as we engaged in all the other pursuits that have always brought back to us more than we gave. Others in our communities have done more, sacrificed more, have accomplished more than we have. And what's even greater, the impact of all of our work collectively is keep doing what you're doing. We will be all right. Thank you very much.
Ready?
If any of you in this room don't know Jeff and Cindy, you should try to meet them before you leave tonight, and you will be better for it. Now let's take a moment to to reflect on the mission of Penmar, to empower individuals to live courageously and achieve their best life. Your generosity enables us to provide exceptional, innovative services, not only to those that are being supported in our programs today, but also to future generations and for those who rely on us. And what better way to see our mission come to life than by hearing directly from the incredible individuals that we have the privilege to support. Turn your attention to this.
This is my new apartment. This is my bedroom. This is my bed right here. I'm gonna put my TV right there. This is my bedroom. This is my craft room, my table. I do crafts on here. I love this because it's big in space. I like it. This is my first new apartment ever, and this is my first time to be living here by myself. I'm maybe live here one night and then see if I like it, and then I'll be moving in.
We're surrounded by individuals at Penmar that are looking for that next step of independence. And I think that our team is constantly thinking creatively of not necessarily just saying, would you like this or would you like that, but helping people to actually experience, whether it's a choice in what they eat, the type of job they might want to do at some point, or for people. And she was in a Walmart one evening, and there was some folks checking out, and there was a person that was very, very involved in a wheelchair, having a difficult time.
It's pretty short.
And she walked over, and she actually helped. I think there was a staff person with them, helping them to get through the line. And my daughter walked over and helped them to successfully get their things and get through the checkout line. And she told me, she said, Dad, I heard the voice of God whisper in my ear, I am so glad you got to meet her. She's one of my favorites. You know, I'm not going to go super deep tonight, but you're all favorites too. But the people that we support, I believe strongly and firmly that they are made in the image of God, just like everyone, and we learn so much by seeing His character in them. And tonight, I'm going to allow you the opportunity to invest. You know, we invite you to thoughtfully consider making a gift towards the services and the supports that we provide. We are in uncertain times. We're faced right now with the potential of some very significant cuts in some of our service funding. We don't know where that's going to land. But what we do know is that we've never looked at government as being our answer or our problem. They're simply one of our partners. But it's incumbent on us to do what we can to make sure that the people that we support are supported in a way that allows them to live dignified lives and to do our very best each day to support that effort. And I think about this a lot. 44 years ago, this organization was started. The courage of the families that helped to start Penmar, most of them are no longer with us. There are a few, just a handful that are still around. And they say, we could have never imagined what this would look like 44 years later. It is likely someone was born today that is going to need Penmar 21 years from now. And you can help sustain us not just for how we support courageous living tomorrow, but for future generations to come. We do this every year. We call this our special appeal. I'm thinking of a number. And the number I'm thinking of is $200,000. And so I'm going to encourage you all to be a part of seeing if we can raise that tonight. If you prefer to send a check, you can do that later to be billed. We'll work with you if you're willing to be supportive of what we do. And I'm not asking you for a gift. I'm asking you for an investment. To invest in the lives of the people like we saw on our video, the 400 people that we are surrounded with day in, day out, the thousands of lives that we touch every year. And to support in the people also that are investing their lives to make sure that they have every opportunity in life that sometimes you and I take for granted. We are deeply, deeply grateful for the contributions that have already been made in advance of tonight's special appeal. We're getting close to $70,000 already. And this is, I think, since last Tuesday, folks that had donated in advance to the appeal. But I want to encourage you tonight, get your cell phone out. If you are on our app here where the silent auction, the live everything is, there's a place there that says donate. And we're going to drive that. We need to drive that 70 to about 200 because then I can leave and the party can start. Right? And I think all of us want to have a really, really good party tonight. But this is a time of the evening where I strongly encourage you to consider becoming an investment partner in the supports that we provide each day. So if you would get your phone out, I'm going to do that right now, and let's see if we can drive. It's kind of fun to watch that thermometer go up. It's got a good ways to go, but let's see if we can get that thing up to 200,000.